Good evening, everyone. Myself, Navya, and I'll be the trainer for this course. And you all are welcome for the demo class of this course. So let's begin with the class. So today, what we are going to see is introduction, role, scope, and the career in RA professionals. Okay. So let's first begin with the contents. So what we are going to cover up today is introduction to RA. This means the basics of RA, just introducing to the terms, what is RA, role of RA, okay? Then role of RA professional and scope and career. So these are the three topics which we are going to cover up today, okay? So let's begin with the class. So it is introduction. Now, anybody can tell me anything if you know about RA or what is RA department or what does they do? Anything about RA? Hello?
The RA is the management of the drugs from the management until it is after use,
Okay.
and the marketing of the drugs.
Okay. Yes. So RA is basically the department which is linked mostly with the pharmaceutical industry and the regulatory authorities. Okay, so they are involved in registration of product, licensing, or pricing, or marketing. So all these are different activities which the RA professional deals with. Okay, just to introduce this topic, RA is regulatory affairs, which is linked between a pharmaceutical industry and a regulatory authority. Now, how it is linked to between both of these things, that we'll see throughout the course. So this is just an introduction. What does basically RA do? RA is responsible for registration of drug product. So if you want to register a drug product in any region like US, UK, Canada, Portugal, European Union, anywhere, so you should be, the RA professional is aware about the guidelines which are required to be registered to register a product in any of this region. Okay. Then responsible for knowing the requirements for obtaining product approval. Just one question. Can you all see my screen? Is it
Yes,
visible? Okay.
yes,
Thank you. And am I
Yes.
audible? All right.
yes.
Okay. So third is responsible for knowing the requirements for obtaining the product approvals. So how we'll get the approvals in these different regions. So we are aware about the different guidelines. Then it is also basic. It has the main function in two parts. One is new submission, another one is post approvals. So new submissions is basically for new moiety. Okay, that will be your new drug application, and for generic products like abbreviated new drug applications. So we file a new submission for it, and post-approval activities will involve all the changes which takes place, like variations which we have to file in the dossier, all the changes which are happening after the registration of the product. So those activities are called as post-approval activities. So RA team basically divides into two parts, that is new submission and post-approval activities. Okay, so this is just an introduction to RA. We have different authorities, health authorities, that is MHRA for UK. Then we have US FDA, that is FDA for US FDA. Then we have TGA for Australia, Health Canada for Canada, and Farm is for Portugal, and Visa is for Brazil. So there are many more other authorities. So these are few which I have listed down. Okay. So that we'll see throughout the course, which are the different authorities which are there. Okay. All over the world. So Then different types of applications. Now, which are the different types of applications we have? We have INDA, that is investigational new drug application. NDA, that is new drug application. ANDA is abbreviated new drug application. This is mostly filed for the generic products. And MAA, that is marketing authorization application. This is mostly used for European Union and UK MHRA. Okay. So these are the different types of applications which we have to file when we submit any application. Then basic terms which are used for RA are
Uh,
dossiers.
Divya,
Yes,
sorry to
yes.
disturb you. I was able to see only the first slide, introduction slide. I'm not sure if you need to change the slide or apologize.
Okay, okay, okay. One second.
Slide
I'll reshare my, yeah, I'll just reshare my screen.
sure.
One
Thank you.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you're able to see?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So where did you, from which slide did you miss it?
So earlier, when you were explaining about the regulations and stuff like that, we were able to see only the introduction slide.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
so
Yeah. Okay, okay, fine. I'll start from here. So as I've already explained, so these are the different functions. Okay, these you have seen, right? Hello.
we are just seeing this right now. Earlier,
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
seeing
Oh,
the introduction slide. We were able to
okay,
see it.
okay, okay. So this was just an introduction. So where and how the regulatory affairs is linked to, what are the different where we are involved in. Okay. So next I had gone to different health authorities which are there, like UK MHRA, US FDA, TGA, which is for Australia, Health Canada, Inform for Portugal, and Anvisa for Brazil. So these are different authorities, and other things we'll be seeing when we will do the course. We'll start the course. Everything will be, all the authorities will be explained in detail. Then we have type of applications. So there are different types of applications which are involved. So as I have already told you all, that submission, we have two parts. One is new submission and other one is post-approval submission. So in the new submission,
Ma'am, can you go to the slide of types of application? It's not a
yeah,
slide. You are
yeah,
showing terms of array.
because I could see here. Okay, right now you can see
No,
because I'm on that.
no.
See,
Now you can see the terms of array.
okay, wait, now
No,
some
No,
error.
we are seeing the slide 6 here. The types of
So
application, I believe it's in slide 5.
yeah, I don't know what is the problem. I'll just reshare. I think there's some problem with the sharing of the screen. Okay, it is not going to share. Suddenly something. Okay, just let me know if you can see. Right now you can see my screen,
Yes.
types of application.
yes.
Yeah,
Thank
okay,
you.
okay.
Yes.
There was an error. I don't know because when I open it, it was stopped sharing. So maybe
Okay.
some
No
error.
worries.
Yeah. So
So
these are the
times.
different applications. So INDA is investigational new drug application. It is mostly used for the molecules which are newly invented. Then new drug application. So INDA won't involve your clinical trials. So new drug application will involve all your data, including clinical trials, non-clinical trials, and every means in detail study of a new drug. Okay. So ANDA will be an abbreviated new drug application, which is mostly filed for generic products, that is after the expiry of a patent. This is these all these things are involved mostly in the regions like US, then Japan, wherever we file the national applications. And MA is mostly filed in Europe and UK, where we call the first application as marketing authorization application. Okay, so these are different applications which are used in different regions.
What is the difference between IND and ANDA?
Pardon? ANDA
IND
and
and IND
how?
and NDA.
IND is investigational new drug application. See, whenever a new molecule which is invented, okay, so we do a study in detail of that particular moiety. And ANDA is mostly used for generic products, which is once you have your new molecule, we do all the testing, including the non-clinical trials, the study on the animals till there. And after that, we file this INDA application to FDA. After that, we have clinical trials, and FDA allows us, they look at the safety of that particular drug, and they give us permission, or they grant us permission to do clinical trials. And this data, including your clinical trials, non-clinical trials, along with the quality data, so that entire application is filed as new drug application. So INDA is investigation, that is under investigation. Okay. And new drug application will include the entire data. Whereas ANDA is once you file your new drug application, the company has a right to manufacture the products. They have almost in general, we have patent is 20 years. Once your patent is expired, after that, it becomes in generic products where other companies are also allowed to manufacture the same product. Okay, they can here and there change their other formulations or something. So that becomes a generic product. For that, we have to file ANDA application, which is called as abbreviated new drug application.
So
Okay.
IND is a part of NDA. IND is part of NDA.
No, it is not a part of ANDA. So INDA, IND, and ANDA, that is investigational new drug application and new drug application. If you combine, it is for new moiety, completely new moiety. Okay, new active, new drug. And once they get any company who has manufactured or who have invented the particular new moiety, then after that they get a right called a patent, and after the patent expires, it becomes a generic product where we have to file ANDA. And the difference between them is we do not have to again do the clinical trials or non-clinical trials. Animal testing or human testing are not done, okay, at the stage of
Okay.
ANDA. There we do
Okay.
what is something called as bioequivalence study. Okay,
Yes.
so that is the difference between them. That will be doing during the course. Okay, so how the new drug is invented and everything, your even your patent rights. Then these are general terms which are used in RA, that is dossier, modules, ECTD, variations,
It's
renewals, and
not
so.
coming, madam. General term not coming the slide.
Okay, okay. I don't know what is the issue? Maybe with the net again. Yeah, again it stopped sharing. I was not having this issue, but suddenly. Yes. Okay, now is it visible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, it will happen. I think there's some network issue. So these are general terms which are mostly used in RA. So we have dossier. Now in layman's language, if you see what is dossier, dossier you can consider as a file which will have the entire data of the product. Like if I'm manufacturing, say for example, product which is related to paracetamol. So the entire information, right from starting till end, which will involve its specifications, analytical procedures, manufacturing process. So entire data about one product will be placed in one file, and that file you can, in general, you can call it as dossier. Now, this dossier has a particular format, which is called as CTD, that is Common Technical Document Format. Okay. Now, this CTD nowadays, previously we used to file these variations in papers, we call it as NEETs, okay? So that was a paper submission, but now we file it through the software. So we call it as eCTD, with where E stands for Electronic Common Technical Document. Okay, now for this eCTD, the softwares which are used, the new one is Viva Vault, we have Adam, we have Insight for Viewing, then we have Global Insight, then we have eCTD Manager. There are many softwares which are involved for publication of this eCTD format. Now, this eCTD is further divided into 5 modules. That is quality and regional information, then quality overall summary, then about non-clinical summary overview and clinical overview. That will be doing when we'll be doing the course. Then we have a quality section, that is module 3. Module 4 is non-clinical. Module 5 is clinical. So there are different total 5 modules for ECTD. Okay. So this is how your dossier is basically prepared. The dossier will be in the format of ECTD, which will have different 5 modules, and each module will have the different information. Okay, so then variations. Now, what are variations? So once we submit this dossier to authority, so they will check your entire submission, each and every module, and they will grant you your license. Once you get your license, you start manufacturing the product, you market your product, and after that, whatever changes takes place in your dossier, say some minor changes like change in a limit of dissolution or a change in a method in the analytical procedure. So all the small changes are which are impacting your dossier, so they are filed as variations. And after every 5 years, you have something called as renewal. Okay, so these are basic terms which are used in RA. Any query till here?
So
Anything?
the some softwares like Vira, what is that?
Viva Vault.
Hmm.
It is the upcoming software which is there in regulatory, if you say, because every company nowadays is asking if you have an experience in Viva Vault. Okay, so because basically that software has entire QMS as well as your RIMS, that is your regulatory information, as well as your QMS part, that is quality part. They have all those CAPAs incidents, that section, and we have RIMS where we can just replace the documents, whichever is updated. Okay, and entire module can be stored. There are different features for it. So nowadays the interviewers are also asking for if you have an experience in Viva Vault, it is an advantage. Okay, there are other softwares also which our companies are asking for, but Viva Vault is new upgraded versions which are company asking if you are having the experience. They mostly prefer people with who has this Viva experience.
So
Okay.
in this course, can we learn this Viva Vault, Adam, GI,
Yeah,
all?
since it is a very expensive this software, we do not get the license for it. But I will explain to you the softwares, how it works, what are the different steps for it. It can be used in different ways. So I have experience in Viva World, so I can explain you how it actually works. So we do have it in this course also. Okay. So
And the
now,
renewals is the annual reportable or what? Renewals,
but Renault,
renewals.
what is that? Renault?
No, here term is there renewal.
Renewal. Okay, okay. Renewal. What are you saying about renewal?
No, it's what is that annual reportable?
No, no, no. Renewal is basically once you get a grant of your license, when you start marketing your product, after every 5 years, you have to renew your license. Okay. So when you renew your license in the first 5 years, on the fifth year, after that, on the basis of benefit risk and what is regarding the safety issues of your product, what does the authority do? That they decide whether to give you unlimited validity or you have to renew your license after 5 years. So that depends on the authority. So, but you have to renew your license within fifth year of after grant of your first approval. Okay,
Okay,
so
thanks.
that's
So,
about.
so is the dossier means dossier contains 5 modules and ECTD also electronic data of the dossier like that.
Dossier will be written in the ECTD format. Okay, written, I mean, we use the software. We upload
Software.
the,
Okay.
yeah, we upload all the documents in ECTD format. Now, that ECTD software will have different modules. That is module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And whatever is updated is changed accordingly. Then if you are, say, filing some variations, change in the specification. So then I will go to that software. I'll go to the module 3. I will go to 32P 5.1 section, and then I will change my specification. So it is simple way. That is a easy to work software it is. So that is how you have to handle your dossier in Viva Vault or any other software you can say.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Now can you see my screen? I have to ask you.
It's not coming.
because I got that stop sharing option here. That's why I asked you. I don't know if there's something issue. I'm sorry for that, but there's some issue. It's automatically getting that. Okay, now division of RA. Can you see now?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. So division of RA is basically new submissions and your post-approval activities. As I've already told you, new submission will be at the R&D level whenever you are dealing. Hello. Okay, so it is at the R&D level where you have new submissions. Okay, in new submissions, we'll submit module 1 to module 5. And once your product is registered, you market your product, you get a grant, and then you have post-approval activities that will involve your variations, your renewals of the product, and finally, if you want to withdraw the product from the market, then you can withdraw it. So all these are post-approval activities. Post-approval means after the approval, whatever activities takes place, so they will fall under post approval. So there are different teams for it. Basically, in any pharmaceutical company, you will have two teams. So one which will deal with new submissions and one which will deal with your post approval activities. Okay. So the commercialized one will deal with the post approval activities, and the one which is new product will deal with the R&D section most probably. So why RA is required? Now, if RA was not there, what would have happened? Anybody can tell me what is if RA was not there? Now, there are many sections we do quality, safety, efficacy of the product, and we get this new product. QA is involved in it. Other departments are also
No,
involved. Now,
no approval of products, ma'am. No license approval of any drugs products.
yeah,
If there
correct.
is no RA, yes.
Yeah. So if there is no RA, your product you will manufacture and you won't keep it in the company only. So you have to
Please,
sell them in
please,
the market.
please show the slide, madam.
Okay, okay, 1 second. And then I don't know what's the issue, yeah.
We can see it now, ma'am. Why RA is
Ma'am,
required. We are able to see that slide now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe he is not able to see. I'll just check it. Okay. So now you can see.
Yes.
Okay.
yes,
I'm
yes.
sorry for this issue. I don't know. There is some network issue. Why is it happening? Otherwise, it doesn't happen.
No,
Uh,
that's
so yeah. Yes, you could have told correctly. So without registration of this product in any market, we won't get a monetary beneficial and we won't be able to sell the product. That is one advantage. So let's see about it. So first one is protection and safety of human health. So this is very important. See, manufacturing a product and having quality, safety, and efficacy in it is not enough. We need to protect and safeguard our human health. So each region, like US or UK, they have their own authorities. They have their own guidelines to protect the human beings' life. Okay, so if they have their own, according to their guidelines, we have to file the dossier. We have to show the benefit, risk, and safety ratio, or we have to show how safe our product is. So in order to do that, this work is done by RA. Secondly, yes, to ensure the quality, safety, and efficacy of that product. Then obtain the regulatory requirements for registration of drug product in the market. And finally, companies do manufacture it for the commercialization. And if we develop our products, the other diseases which are there, which can be curable, like cancers and all, so the investigation or research is ongoing for that. So for that also, what are the regulations which are required is look after by RA.
Ma'am,
Then, yeah,
ma'am, there is two major no, ma'am. One is sterile and non-sterile in
yeah.
an industry. But the both industries are required the same process, ma'am.
Yeah. Both industries have same process. Sterile will be little bit stringent guidelines, but non-sterile will be not so much stringent, but they have their special this like most stringent guidelines will be for sterile ones because they do require the stringent guidelines. But both of them are same.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So then later, once this is done, now what is the role of RA? Now, can you see my slide right now?
No, ma'am.
Oh God.
No, ma'am.
Okay, wait.
Yes, now coming.
Yeah, now we
Okay,
can see role of RA.
okay, because I minimized it. Okay, wait. I will share it through some other screen. Maybe that won't entire screen. Windows. Let's see. Okay, now just tell me if you can see. Yeah, you can see now?
No,
No,
ma'am.
no.
No? Okay, that is the only way I can do. There's no other option. Okay, now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so RA is related to all the departments. We have analytical, preclinical, R&D, business development, marketing. So it is not just one department, it is not related. So it is related to the entire pharmaceutical company along with regulatory agencies. Even we are connected to government officials as well. So RA is the only department which is related to all the departments of the pharmaceutical industry along with the government and the regulatory agency. So we have role to play everywhere in the pharmaceutical industry. Okay. So this is just an flow which I have shown you on what issues does RA basically RA department provides you assistance. It is licensing, registration, development, manufacturing, quality guidance, pricing, marketing, and pharmacovigilance. Okay, so these are different issues we deal with. Then roles and responsibilities of RA. We keep in touch with international legislation guidelines, ensure that the company's product with the is complying with the current regulations. Okay, then we ensure that the company product complies with the current regulations. Then RA professional job is to keep the track of ever-changing legislation in the regions in which the company wishes to distribute its product, formulate the regulatory strategies for all the appropriate regulatory submissions for domestic, international, and contract projects, coordinate, prepare, and review all the appropriate documents, for example, dossiers, and submit them to the regulatory authorities within specified time frame in coordination with the organization, maintain approved applications, and record of registration fees paid against the submission DMF and others. So we also deals with how much fees we are paying to the authority, and we do respond to the RFIs which we receive from the authority. Then we have link up ever changing legislation, different guidelines which change. We have to keep an eye on that. So whatever regulations are changing, so all this is the roles and responsibilities of RA.
So DMF is the during the new drug application or how?
DMF is basically it is with the manufacturer, that is drug master file. It is not to be approved and not to be rejected. It is just an additional information which is provided by the manufacturer, okay, in order to review your INDA or NDA or ANDA applications. Okay, it is a document which is there if the manufacturer wants it to share with the authority in order to review all these applications. They can share. It is not a mandatory document, but it is kept with the manufacturer. The entire confidential information which is there about that product is there in that DMF. Okay, we'll be doing the sections DMF, which is also divided into 5 different types of DMFs are there. Okay, so that will be doing during the course, which are the different types of DMF. Now DMF it is called in US. Now in EU MHRA we call it as ASMF. Okay, so there are different terminologies also which are used in different regions. Okay, where either if the manufacturer wants to keep the ASMF with him and submit that ASMF, he can do so. And otherwise, he can apply for CP, something called a CP. This is only in EU or a UK region, okay? So where he can apply for CP, that is Certificate of Suitability, and then the manufacturer can use it. But for US, we have DMF, which is divided into 5 different types. So all these things will be doing during the course of time with when you join the course. Okay, so that will be done in detail. Okay, so that was just an introduction. What was the scope? And now let's see about the career. So just don't mark my words. I've just written down some numbers here. Now the qualification. Can you see my slide now, or do I have to reshare it?
No, no, not seen.
Okay, so I think every time I have to uh, share it again and again. I don't know why it is happening. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. Yeah. Entire screen. Okay, let's see if you can see this. Okay. Okay. Now you can see, right? Let's try this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So qualification, which is right now basic qualification requires is Master of Pharmacy, Bachelor of Pharmacy, Master of Science, and Bachelor of Science. Okay, so they prefer this qualification. So you should basically have a science background for to be qualified for a RA professional. Along with this, you should have management skills. Okay, so the main thing which is required is your communication, because we do communicate with the authority people. Okay, you should be able to write a good language in the emails, as well as you should be able to talk to the people from the authority itself. So you should have a good communication skills. You should be you should have the analytical skills at that time when you talk to authority personnel, or when you email them. You should be able to so quick that you should be able to answer their queries. So you should have the mind frame where you can even literally the RA strategies which are formed when we file the variations, or you should be able to answer them at that point of time. So most important thing to be RA professional is your communication skills, your analytical skills, your background knowledge, your scientific background, your technical knowledge about the products. All these things are most important things to be a RA professional, because in a pharmaceutical industry, we communicate within our circle. Like we communicate with the people who are around us, or with your boss, or your GM, or the company head. Okay, but here we are also communicating with the agency personnel, which are who are there in different countries, like in MHRA, in USFDA. So we do communicate with them. So that's why you need a good communication skills. You should have good analytical skills, the project management skills. Okay, negotiation with you should be quick in mind, quick in forming the strategies of RA, and in all you should have that good communication skills along with your qualifications. Yes, we do have a technical knowledge or scientific background which is there. Along with this, you should have all these other qualities as also. Okay.
So, ma'am, project management is a different actually subject. So, is it
Yeah.
required for regulatory affairs?
See, in the meantime, if you have gain a particular experience, okay, uh, say for example, if you have 8 to 9 years, you can do project management course, because in future you will be in a position of a manager. So you should know like how to handle your team, how to, if you are given certain project, how you're going to handle your team, how you're going to execute your project. So if you do this side by side course in future, after gaining some experience, I'm saying when you reach at the position of a manager, you should be able to lead your team. So at that time, you can do project management course also side by side.
So,
Not
in
now.
no, in
Yes.
RA, any project to be handled?
RA, yes, you do. When you go to good MNC companies, they provide you when you are at the position of a manager or something. They do your boss or or assistant manager also. They provide you some projects like you have to handle this project or this particular region where you have to do all your variations or you have to submit a new submission. So you have the project. So people do project management course later in life. I mean, later once you gain certain experience in RA, like in other fields also. When if you are in R&D, if you are in QA, people do project management because they should know how to lead a particular team. So that is why you will require later on in project if you do not have a good project management skills. Okay, if you already have, you know how to lead your team, then that is not required because you have your technical knowledge, you have your management skills. Then I don't think you require project management. But if you really want to do a good job when you are at the position of a manager or senior manager, then you can additionally do that project management. It is not a completely different field. If you say it is also related to RA, it is also related to other departments of a pharmaceutical industry. Okay, hope I have answered your question.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, in some MNC and startup pharmaceutical industries, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
Some no MSc in general chemistry candidates are get into RA.
Yeah.
If we can able to do this course, we can go for this regulatory affair job.
Yeah. Yes, you can do. If you
Yeah,
even if you are
because as a fresher, some companies they are not regulated. MSc students, MSc candidates are not able to get a job in regulatory, ma'am. At that time, this course is useful for us.
yes, it is useful for you all. If you all attend this course, you if you have knowledge about this course, I mean basic terms of RA. See, basically what they do is if you go to directly RA during the interview time, they will ask you your basic academics. Along with this, if you have some additional knowledge about RA, you know something when you go and answer the interview, then they will definitely, if you have this additional course, then they will definitely prefer you. Because if you already know the basic terms, because then when you join if I consider a fresher, if when you join a company, they have to train them what is dossier, what are these different ECTD, what is variation. You are completely blank over there. Okay, when you join as a fresher. So if you know something about RA and you join the company, so it will be easier for you also as well as for the company because the person knows the terms, he knows what is the basic of RA. So it will be helpful
Okay.
for you to enter. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Then designations which you get. So we have a starting initial designation is your trainee. Then some companies directly give you executive post, that is maybe RA Associate 1 or senior executive post. There are RA Associate 2, assistant manager. Some companies say it as RA Associate 3. Then they have manager, senior manager, then director, head, and so on. So designations. Some companies directly give you executive post, some companies give you trainee, then officer, then executive. So that depends on the which company you are joining. Okay, so these are different designations which are provided. Now, this is just a number. Can you see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am. Yes.
okay, so this is just a number. I have just put it down. So it depends on which company you're joining. So they have their nowadays they have their own good standard of giving the packages. This is just a number which I have put because I have to put I've put it general. Don't mark my words, okay? Or so you can get a good package if you join a good company. They have their own standards depending on your qualification, depending on your technical knowledge and how you communicate. So basically, they want a person who can communicate well, who have a good analytics, who can have the good technical background, who can answer well. So all these qualities are seen in RA person. Because if you join any other department, they won't go for your communication skills and all because okay, yeah, you're following the SOP, you're doing your work, that's fine. So for RA, you need these qualities in addition to your qualification and technical knowledge. Okay, so that depends on which company you're joining. So they will give you the salary accordingly. Then which firms you can where you can get a job. First is you can get a job in a government this agencies like you can get in CDSCO in India. If you go to abroad, you can get it in MHRA, you can get it in US FDA as well. And you have if you go to local FDAs like state wise, we have FDAs. where you can get a job as a pharmacist, or you can get a job as a DI, that is drug inspector, then you can become director also. So those are all government jobs which are available, and you can get a good package if you go to abroad. If you study further, you do MS, then if you go to UK, US, or any European Union or any Gulf countries also, you get a good package of or good salary over there. Okay, so most of the people who do pharmacy, they or MSc, they do get experience in India, and then they prefer to go abroad after answering the different exams which they are preferring, and do and their MS in abroad, and then earn in lakhs. Okay, so or you can say lakhs every month. A good package, okay, good salary package you get if you go abroad. Yes, that's it. So this was just an introduction, and if you join this course, what are the different things you're going to complete is we'll understand regarding your intellectual property rights, about a dossier, about ECTD, which are the different sections which are involved, along with that method of registrations, then about different regions like UK, USA, about different applications, how to file, about variations, different variations, each how to form a RA registry strategies. That also I'll tell you, and you'll also understand about Viva Vault, which is the upcoming software. We do not have the actual software, but how it works and how which are the different steps to be followed will be doing in this course. Okay,
How many
so
days this course? How many days?
it is a total 2 months. So 1 month you will be trained, and then you will be given the certificate. You will have some exams, and you will be provided with certification. So training part will be only for 1 month, and by the time you get your certification, it will be total 2 months or 1.5 months.
So, no, in that filings, type of filings also we'll learn.
Yeah.
Type,
You will learn
types of
about
filings.
yes, you will learn about INDA, NDA,
No,
generics of
these are applications, but some filings are there.
yeah along
Para 1, 2, 3, 4.
okay, those USFDA. Okay, yeah. They will that will not be covered here, because we are just learning the basic things here. Okay, so the para 1, 2, 3, 4 won't be covered here. So basic how the every all those applications and variations are filed, all those things will be covered, but para 1, 2, 3, 4 won't be covered here. So it is not a higher version. It is for people who are, just about to enter into RA field, and what are the basic things they should be aware of. So that is all the course about.
If we don't have experience in RA and we have experience in QA and other QA
Yeah.
QC, so
Yeah.
can we go to this course and can we join at
Yes.
RA after experience?
Yes. Sure. You can
Direct we
go.
can answer the questions during the experience person.
Yes, of course. Because once if you have a technical background of QA, QC, or manufacturing production, you
Mm.
along with this, if you have this general basic idea, if through this course, if you learn, you are able to answer. See, mostly
They no company
yeah,
organizer will some means they will consider as experienced candidate.
yes, yes, they will consider, because it is your previous experience. Because see, in RA, what happens is whatever your basic technical knowledge which is there, say if you have experience in QC, so whatever is there, like specification, analytical procedure, so that technical knowledge which you have, we use it in RA. So we have sections for those, like in module 3, we have for specification, analytical procedure. So you know which are the different documents which are there in the pharmaceutical industry. So that is your technical knowledge, which you will implement in RA. Okay.
Okay, so from when it will start?
It will be 1st March, as we have
So
already
daily
told.
up to Saturday means daily it will be there.
Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. Saturday, Sunday for total 8 days. Like
Only
Saturday,
8 days, huh?
8 days means month, entire month, Saturday, Sunday. Only 8 days.
Only Saturday, Sunday.
Yes. Only Saturday, Sunday.
It will cover all or how it is?
It is basically for 1.5 hour, but I keep a buffer of half an hour or 45 minutes to ask if you have any queries or questions to be asked. It is remember, it is not, I'm not, it is not a deep, it is not advanced, it is basic. A person, if he want to enter into RA from any other department, or a fresher who want to enter into RA department directly, will for understand about the basics of RA. Okay, so if,
And
yeah,
any course material also it will provide.
yeah, we'll provide you the videos, we'll provide you the course material also. Whatever I have taught you, that also will be given to you. The videos will be provided to you.
Okay, okay, thanks.
Okay.
Ma'am, I
So,
just
Did
yeah,
our company connect consultancy is tie up with any companies, ma'am, to have any job opportunities for us? If we get the certificate, will you refer some company you can go and attend, or we need to search for it? Is there any
okay.
opportunity do you have?
So regarding this, you can ask this Manvi, because she will be dealing with all these things. So I'm just going to train you all for that, but she will tell you about the further process. Regarding whatever your question is, you can ask Manvi about. Okay.
Okay.
ma'am, I just
Okay,
have a
ma'am.
small
Thank you.
Yeah.
So are there any certifications that we could do to strengthen our profile?
Certification, you can do this course, RA course, and any other, yeah, this course which I'm doing. In addition to that, it depends on what you have done, how much experience you have.
So
Okay.
actually, I worked for almost like 5 years in pharma company with a combination of equipment and CSV, like computer system validation.
Okay.
So my background is bachelor's of pharmacy, but I did masters in US and I worked for 5 years in US.
Okay.
But I'm moving to Canada, so I was thinking the regulatory affairs would be helpful for me to find a job in Canada. So
Okay.
my question is like if there is any kind of certifications that I could do here,
Mhm.
will be helpful in getting a job in Canada. That's what my question is.
Yeah, this will, if you do this course, this will be an advantageous course for you, this for you, since you already have 5 years of experience in CSV. If you do regulatory course, and you can apply in Canada as well, you can get a job in regulatory affairs.
So
Okay.
this course is a valid a certificate course from a university or how?
Uh,
Yeah, it is affiliated course. So
Affiliated course?
yes, yes, it is APJ Abdul Kalam University. Yeah,
Okay. So
so
you
you
can
can.
get the certificate for APJ Abdul Kalam University. Where it is situated?
Uh, you can ask about this information to Manvi, because all these things she is dealing with. So I'm just dealing with the training. So you can ask Manvi about these things in detail. So if you have any questions related to the course, like about the information what I'm going to complete, I will definitely help you out.
Okay, okay, thanks.
Okay. You can
Ma'am,
personally call her. Yeah, yeah.
Ma'am, earlier, as you mentioned, like each and every country followed different guidelines, like EU,
Mm-hmm.
FDA, Health
Yes,
Canada.
yes.
So, will this course help us to get the job opportunities in other countries? Like, or we need to prepare any guide or study any guidelines or any documentations uh, while we are applying in other countries? For example, myself,
Mm-hmm.
while applying for Health Canada,
Mm-hmm.
attending this course, I'll get some general knowledge like how RA works. But
Yes.
before attending the interview, do I
Mm-hmm.
need to go through any guidelines of Health Canada to to answer the interview?
Okay. So thing is, RA is most important thing is you should be updated with the guidelines.
Okay.
You should follow. See, I'm going to complete this course. Definitely, I'll help you out in any ways. But the thing is, you should be aware about the guidelines. Guidelines is a major, or you can say the core point in RA. Okay.
Mm.
You should be updated with all the guidelines. Say if I'm applying for UK, or if I'm applying for any other country, as you said, you Canada. So you can apply for it, but you should be aware about the guidelines, how to apply. See, if I'm in Canada and if I'm doing filing for UK, okay,
Mm.
so I should be aware about the guidelines, which are the guidelines which to be followed. So this course will complete about main target will be US, UK, and some other countries. The rest of the world will be there. It is not like won't be there. So Main target will be UK and US because and European Union, because the main guidelines which are followed all over the world is will be your US, EU, and UK. So UK, EU go hand in hand because UK follows the guidelines of Europe only.
Okay,
So
so
if you
will they?
know these,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry. Please go ahead.
no, if you know this basic main countries, then it is good for you. In addition to that, you should know, if you're, say, if you're going to Canada, if you're handling the rest of the world, you should know the guidelines. See, each and every guideline, I will tell you which guideline to follow, but I
Okay.
cannot teach you the guideline at that particular time. So reading is another key for an RA person. You should be updated with the updated guidelines every now and then. If there is some change in the guideline, I have to go online, I have to go and search what is the change, and I have to read. So if you keep yourself updated, that is a advantage for you.
Okay.
Okay.
So will they ask us guidelines in the interviews, ma'am?
No. They won't ask you guidelines as such.
Okay.
So the thing, it will be like there will be a case given to you. This may be once you experience yourself, like say if you have experience in RAs of 2 or 3 years, then they provide you the case study. So if this is limit of the specification is changing, so what kind of variations, what type of variations I'm going to file. So such case studies are asked once you gain experience of around 2 to 3 years. So starting only, they won't ask you all this. If you say, for example, if you have a background of QC person, okay, if you are a QC person and if you have experience in QC and you want to enter into RA and you answer the interview for RA, so that time they won't ask you some case studies or something. They will ask you general things like whether they want to know whether whatever you have done in QC, you know what is specification, whether you know what is an analytical procedure. So that technical knowledge is tested of yours. Okay. So they won't go for case studies or anything. If you have experience of 2 to 3 years, if you have handled variations, or if you have filed new submissions, then they will ask you based on that. So it depends on what stage you are right now. So if you are a fresher, they will ask you about the academics. If you are if you have an experience in QC or production, they will ask you whatever you have done in past. Okay. So it depends on at what stage or what qualification you have done. If you are experienced of 2 to 3 years, they will ask you, yeah, this is a case I'm giving you. You have to answer me how you're going to file the variation for this or how you're going to submit this particular license.
Okay.
So it
Ma'am,
depends
do we
on
get?
the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Ma'am, do we get any list of interview questions, like like
Yeah. We'll have a mock trial for it.
okay,
Okay.
and the question and
We,
answers as well, right? Because if
yes,
we
yes.
get some kind of generic like example, so that we could
Yeah.
frame the according to our experience and stuff like
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Mock-up
so. Do
interview
we?
is there at the end of the course, which I'll be taking. And before getting your certification, there will be a test which you have to clear, and then you will get the certificate.
Okay, got it.
So
Thanks, ma'am.
mock interviews and all of this. So, but the basic target for it will be your EU, UK, US. This will be the main, and rest of the world, it won't be in detail, but I will tell you about them because base of RA is mostly these three countries only, and about Japan also will do something. Okay.
Okay.
So what is the timing?
Timing will be 7 to 9, but we mostly finish our class by 8 or 8:30 because I keep a buffer time if you have not understood anything, if you have any questions. So we have discussion about that. If you don't have any questions, then we mostly log off. So 1 hour, 1 hour for 15 minutes also we have class. Depends on what topic we are completing that day. So I have framed different topics for each particular class. So accordingly we do it.
Okay.
May I know who is that having CSV experience? Actually, there is an urgent opening in Infosys.
Yeah.
This is Navya. So maybe we could connect after the class.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could connect after the class.
Yeah, you
Okay,
all
okay.
can share your views.
Yeah,
Contact me.
I could message my email ID or something so that we could connect over after the class.
Fine. My name is Ishwar. Actually, my friend is in CSV, is a manager. Actually, is looking for some guy. So he actually told me if anybody knows CSV experience, please let us know like that.
So,
Thanks for that message, but I'm just in India here currently for a vacation. I will be moving to Canada in a couple of months, but thank you so much for the info
So
sharing.
I have CSP experience. I did CSP in this company only. So
Which
in where it is, I have also I done the CSP course.
course or experience?
Experience I don't have.
They are looking for experienced candidate. Someone has said no, 5 years experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
hi.
yeah.
You can share it on Divya ma'am's WhatsApp number. So I will share it in the group. So if any one of our students wants to join, they can connect with the sir.
Good idea.
Mhm.
Yeah, if somebody wants
So
to join, they
just
can connect.
yeah, just drop the details to Divya ma'am's WhatsApp number.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, fine. Any other question?
No, ma'am, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Um, Anybody else? Okay. Then, anyways, whether you join the class or we meet in the class or not, all the best to you all. So we will call off this demo and all the best for the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.